If you have got a weapon, bring that weapon up in the air. Let's see it. Let's talk about them.
Bamboo stick straight out of my garden.
A unicorn. We've got a Sprite branded pail. What have we got here? A scythe here.
I hope it just gets used on Wheelstone.
Who's got weapons? Let's have a look. A folding chair wrapped in barbed wire.
I'm hoping that Savage and Stone smash New Blood.
Just in case something happens, like an accident.
A lamp, a Nerf gun, and a crutch.
Cheese.
A block of cheese. In this economy, you have brought a block of cheese.
I know.
I mean, we've got a canvas that would look fantastic with someone's head smashed straight through it, I think.
Yeah.
And the line is moving now, so I've got to believe potentially the doors are open. But we are live from a sold-out Mount Albert War Memorial Hall for IPW Fans Bring the Weapons, and it starts right now.
Let's do this. Your opening contest scheduled for one fall. The 20-minute time limit is a 3-on-3 tag team match.
All-Star Tag Team action kicking us off tonight. Hello everybody, my name's David Dunn. I'm soon to be joined in the commentary position by Steve McCleary. We welcome you to IPW Fans Bring the Weapons. Of course, that matchup, the Fans Bring the Weapons match for the Aotearoa Tag Team titles will be our main event. It's a highlight of every year, the most interactive, unique match in New Zealand professional wrestling. But we've got an incredible card before we arrive at our main event, folks, including this one kicking us off tonight. James Shaw, the Divine Savior, basking in a smattering of applause from this Mount Albert audience who are sold out tonight here in the heart of Auckland as Shaw, Burns and Ernst prepare to face one of the toughest three-man lineups you could ever assemble. And of course they've got something to say about it.
I love it too. This is not the time for singing.
Mount Albert being abundantly clear how they feel.
I see a lot of lovely familiar faces here tonight, but I also see a lot of wonderful new faces. So allow me to introduce myself.
not an award.
The Eliminator contract holder, which means I can initiate a championship match of my choosing when I choose, which means, Jay Rilla, that I am your next New Zealand heavyweight champion. I am also the kind and compassionate leader of the young Nats, and I will introduce you to my Minister for Black Ops, Tyler Ernst, and my great coalition partner, the Divine Light, James Shaw. And together, we are an unbeatable, unified coalition.
So Mr. Burns putting emphasis on the word unified there, but that certainly did not seem to be the case at the IPW Peter Lane Memorial Cup tournament. We'll delve into the backstory a little bit later though, folks, because here come the all-star side to end all-star sides. Monstrous ovation for Taylor Sheehan and the great ape, Jay Rilla. This one shaping up to be one for the ages. And Tyler Ernst now passing me this Lifetime Achievement Award, recognising Sir Mr. Burns as the greatest defensive wrestler of all time. I certainly dispute the validity of that certificate, not an award voted on by the readers of nzpwi.co.nz. But Burns does hold the Eliminator contract. He's right about that. And that does give him the opportunity for a championship match at a time and place of his choosing. But when the New Zealand heavyweight champion is the great ape, you've got to be having second or indeed third thoughts if you are Sir Mr. Burns. But here we go, Steve McCleary, James Shaw and Jay Rilla squaring off just as they did at the Eliminator before Alex Savage cashed in his contract. And speaking of the contract, Sir Mr. Burns, who holds the 2025 contract, has tagged himself into this matchup.
Well, I was just standing in the ring, and I'd like to say, it was very loud in there. These places they're shaking right now. But I mean, I heard Sir Mr. Burns say they were a unified coalition. This doesn't look unified to me.
Does not look unified at all tonight. Did not look unified at the Peter Lane Memorial Cup tournament. And of course now Jake Sheehan, who knows a thing or two about being in the ring with Sir Mr. Burns. He welcomed the tag. He has been at Burns' throat for the better part of a year, swatting him down there with a short arm clothesline.
Yeah, I don't think Sir Mr. Burns has enjoyed any part of that.
But we've all enjoyed watching it from the sidelines, I'll tell you that, folks. And now Xander Taylor, the limit breaker, a man who has broken out and then some over the course of 2025, entering this matchup to square up with the Eliminator contract holder.
Very similar to the way that Jay Rilla exploded on the scene out of nowhere. The same has happened with Xander Taylor.
A lot of parallels have been drawn between Jay Rilla and Xander Taylor. In fact, these two met one-on-one at the Peter Lane Memorial Cup, and Sir Mr. Burns leaping for his corner taggy, and Tyler Ernst, who rocks Taylor with a forearm to the face, now applying a tight side headlock. A lot of different combinations here in this 3-on-3 six-man tag team matchup.
What did Sir Mr. Burns call Tyler Ernst, the head of Black Ops or something?
His
like
Minister for Black Ops.
Okay, that's
some
what's
sinister things.
that? What is that about? Is it about wearing cool gloves?
Well, that does seem to be one of Tyler Ernst's strengths as he shows off the strength of that vice-like grip there. But Taylor breaking free, and these two men evenly matched up, colliding now. Alexander with the side headlock of his own. The limit breaker looking to break the perceptions that anybody might have about what's capable in a rookie year. You're right, Steve. Not since Jay Rilla's debut have we seen a young man rocket his way to the
And
top of the
listen
cup.
to the audience. They can feel it too. Xander Taylor is on the rise. I mean, Jay Riller clearly wanted the tag there. Xander, I mean, it looked like he wanted the audience to know whether he should tag it. I don't know if that's a rookie mistake or if he just didn't want the limelight given over to Jay Riller right now.
Well, whatever the root cause may be, Xander Taylor in trouble now in there with James Shaw, who has put on a ton of muscle over the past year. Shaw looks chiseled, he looks shredded, and he is out to prove a point tonight.
And there's no bigger test for the limit breaker himself, going head-to-head with the first ever men's 5-time IPW New Zealand heavyweight champion.
A history maker is James Shaw, who has made the tag now to Tyler Ernst. Despite all of the issues that we may have seen come to the surface at the Peter Lane Memorial Cup tournament, Church and State looking more and more like the unified front they claim they are by the second. And it appears they've chosen to focus their attack on Xander Taylor, far and away the least experienced member of his team, who now finds himself cut off in the corner, far, far away from Sheehan and the Great Ape.
Yeah, I think I think really what it comes down to it, any issues in the coalition probably are just noise. You know, they talk, maybe they everyone grates. You know, you grate with me sometimes. Things happen. We don't need to go into it. But what we see here is that they are exceptional at wrestling, and they are fantastic at tag team wrestling. And this 3-on-3 match, they're just dissecting Taylor at this point. He's trapped in their corner. They've cut off the ring. Quick tags. Each competitor getting a chance to get their breath. But you know who isn't getting their breath? Xander Taylor.
That's right, Xander Taylor in a lot of trouble here in enemy territory. Right here in front of us at the commentary position, we've got a great view of this as Church and State pick the limit breaker apart. Tyler Ernst connecting with a big boot there, quickly into the cover. Taylor gets a shoulder up.
I mean, can you imagine if Tyler Ernst had gotten the victory there in a team that features, former, New Zealand heavyweight champions? I imagine the feather in his cap is like, oh yeah, Church and State, we took the victory. It was me, by the way. It was me.
A huge call if Tyler Ernst can get it done and be the one to score the fall. James Shaw there calling out, not sure whether the cameras picked it up, but we could hear it. Focus on his jaw. The limit breaker may be the victim of a jawbreaker.
This is what's fantastic about us being so close to the ring. We're hearing everything, we're feeling everything. It's like we're out in the audience, and this audience is incredible. This is what you can only get if you are here live, this experience.
A massive audience packing into the Mount Albert War Memorial Hall, selling us out tonight in the heart of Auckland. James Shaw playing around with Xander Taylor there a little bit, letting the limit breaker try and pick his shots before cutting him down, and now the tag to Tyler Ernst.
I mean, this is just a clinic.
Beautiful tag team wrestling.
And Tyler Ernst is such a large man. I mean, I didn't actually think when he put his hand up he was actually going to reach to Mr. Burns for the tag there.
Big wingspan on Tyler Ernst, and of course this Church and State side have made sure there is always body-on-body contact with Xander Taylor. Taylor has not had a chance to even think. Cover here. Two count only. Hasn't had a chance to think about making a tag, let alone who he would reach out to.
Well, he can barely get to his feet. I mean, I've called Burns before the submission specialist supreme. Right now, Church and State are being tag team specialist supreme right now. Like, this is, if you want to see how to tear someone apart, how to win a tag team match, how to decimate your opponent, you are seeing it right now. This could be a class, you know?
James Shaw has had his hand up for the tag a couple of times now to my eye, but Tyler Ernst and Sir Mr. Burns quickly exchanging who's the legal man between the two of them.
Okay, so Church and State's in-ring work is on point. Quick tags, switching back and forth, but you think is an ego problem to you? Do you think it's ego? Do you think it's a connection between the fact that James Shaw still hasn't had that one-on-one shot? You know, he lost the championship in a triple threat thanks to Alex Savage.
That's right, James Shaw was not pinned, and we see there Jake Sheehan knocked from the apron by Tyler Ernst. Oh, Xander Taylor with the waistlock, German suplex.
Tyler Ernst took his eye off the ball for just a second. And Taylor, he punted that ball halfway across the ring with a German suplex.
Huge momentum changer for Xander Taylor. But as a result of the German suplex, Steve, I mean, he threw Tyler Ernst directly into the path he needs to crawl to his own corner.
I mean, it was a desperation move. He had to do whatever he could. Benny Keane is screaming at Taylor to reach out. He's done it!
And the tag now made to James Shaw. Here we go. The champion, the Great Eight, the former champion, the Divine Savior.
We're getting a look at a match that could be happening again very shortly, maybe even later this year.
Shaw thinking Divine Valley driver. How's he going to get the Great Ape up?
I mean, the last time they faced each other, oh, with ease. Last time they faced each other, I didn't believe at the beginning that James Shaw would be able to get Jay Riller up. But,
Sir Mr. Burns with a shot to the kidney. And the game-changing power of the Great Eight on display, flinging Burns over the top rope and crunching him with a standing splash.
There can't be. I mean, it's just got to be soup inside Sir Mr. Burns right now. Oh, my God.
And Tyler Ernst now with a shot to the back, now a forearm to the face.
You can see right now why Church and State did not want the champ in this match.
Ernst thrashing around, trying to break the grip, desperate to get some space between himself and the champion. No can do! Planted with hollowed earth!
And now, the Great Ape. He's got his sights set on the former champion, James Shaw. And Sir Mr. Burns, I presume, slipping out of the ring just to look after himself. He can't have known.
A tag has been made.
What? Taylor, why would he do that?
Jay Riller was closing in on taking out James Shaw, and now things are breaking down like in the Peter Lane Memorial Cup tournament.
Things are not settled between Jay Riller and Taylor.
Xander Taylor answered the open challenge on that night. He was defeated by the Great Ape.
Well, he's obviously still not happy about it. Benny Keane's trying to play peacemaker, but James Shaw is back on his feet.
Knocking Sheehan off the apron. Oh my God, there's the power of Shaw.
He got him up. He got the limit breaker up. He got him.
Divine Valley driver from James Shaw. And just like that, a reversal of fortunes. Shaw showing that when it comes down to it, he can execute that Divine Valley driver on just about anybody. Could Jay Riller be next? James Shaw making it abundantly clear, motioning to his waist, where he wants to see the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship once more. Shaw and Jay Riller on a collision course in IPW.
And the kids in the audience are screaming one-on-one. I mean, I want to see it. The question is, will Sir Mr. Burns play spoiler?
Oh, things breaking down here after the fact. Jay Riller very unhappy that his team has lost. Of course, Jay Riller was not involved in the fall. but the Great Ape not used to being on the losing side of the equation. Jake Sheehan and Benny Keane separating these two men. But the limit breaker and the Great Ape may have an issue still to settle as well.
Coming up next, Pariah is set to take on Liger in what's sure to be a hard-hitting battle. With Dr. Adams by his side, Pariah has been near untouchable, but the Smash-Mouth Samoan is far from an easy target. Has Pariah finally met his match?
The following is a singles match scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit.
Mount Albert showing some respect for the former New Zealand heavyweight champion Liger. And Pariah ready to go now that he's been released from the handcuffs. Dr. Adams having to bring Pariah back to the corner.
Well, at least someone's got control of this monster. But it's Liger's problem now.
Liger willing the crowd to come on, and Pariah.
What does Dr. Adams say there? I've seen this before. Pariah sort of stands in the corner ready to go, but then Dr. Adams says something to him. I mean, he's eyeballing me right now. I don't like that.
Some sort of a phrase, some sort of a word. It's like a switch is flipped, and you see it there.
Yeah.
Pariah backing Liger into the corner. I mean, risking a disqualification here. He's being so vicious in the early going.
But this isn't something we normally see. I mean, Liger's a former New Zealand heavyweight champion. He's not normally forced into the corner. This is much more his speed.
Powering Pariah up, slipping out of the fireman's carry position. Trying to break the grip here. Big boot from Pariah, and another! Drops the Smash-Mouth Samoan. Flirting with a disqualification, converts it to a splash. Earning himself a 2 count is Pariah. Dr. Adams screaming instructions from ringside here.
Well, he can scream whatever he wants. It's all about what happens inside the ring, the competitors themselves. Oh, you see that? Liger, complete wrist control. After all these years, the Smash-Mouth Samoan still has the moves.
STO plants Pariah. Oh, and a series of headbutts now.
I mean, to be frank, that's not a good sign. The way Pariah just sat up. Oh.
And Pariah powering through.
Oh! He just dropped him.
Definitive chokeslam.
And that's 3.
Wow. Pariah just took out a former. Pariah picking up the win and doing so at the expense of a former New Zealand heavyweight champion. Whatever Dr. Adams is doing with Pariah, I mean, I don't want to say it's working because it scares me, quite frankly, but it has led to a ton of success.
Your performance out there, you truly were.
What's going on there?
You have become the weakest link of this group. You who praise around like a false prophet. I need you to fulfill your destiny and show us why we should keep you in church and state. Thank you.
Look, you can keep that mumbo jumbo for them, alright? Your religious jibber jabber isn't going to work on me, alright? Those people out there, they saw that I'm the reason we won that match tonight. You've had the New Zealand Championship, you lost it. I am the next New Zealand heavyweight champion. I'm on the way up. I'm the leader here.
Okay, then prove it. Fulfill your destiny.
Well,
cash that in and become New Zealand heavyweight champion.
I will. November, I'm going to cash this in. I will become New Zealand heavyweight champion. Maybe I'll cash it in. I might just cash it in next time.
Now, the following singles match was supposed to feature Danny Short. Unfortunately, Danny Short was unable to be here tonight. I think we'll agree we found a pretty awesome replacement.
Awesome replacement indeed. Listen to that ovation for the ultra-popular Raven. Opening contest earlier tonight, we discussed the rookie year that Xander Taylor has been having. Well, Raven is right up there with him. Mount Albert incredibly excited to see Raven in action tonight. A big opportunity for Joseph Cruz coming out here ready to take on the ultra-popular Raven.
Well, this will be an interesting test for Joseph Cruz, who's been under the learning tree of the Sigma Collective, because while they may be very popular, Raven has yet to claim a victory here in IPW.
Certainly has claimed the support of the fans, no doubt about it. As we see both wrestlers lock up in the middle of the ring, and the height and the power discrepancy becomes obvious. And Peter Prince up on the apron, calling plays for Joseph Cruz, full steam ahead.
I mean, it may have worked if he hadn't taken so long to explain it.
A nasty open hand chop in the corner there. Nothing pretty about that one, but boy, is it effective. Ooh. Oh, Joseph Cruz taking a beating currently.
I mean, he's trying to fight back, but... Oof.
Ducked under the shot. The momentum turned Raven inside out. Sends them into the corner, and now Joseph Cruz with a chop of his own. Shots are finding their mark here. And now an Irish whip from Cruz. Raven reverses. And there's a big boot with authority.
Joseph Cruz is a young man. He does not need to lose a tooth this early in his career.
Raven with Cruz up on the shoulders, may have been thinking about a TKO.
Possibly. I mean, definitely something from the fireman's carry position there. I think Cruz was incredibly wise to get out of the way. And
whoa, whoa, whoa! Speaking of getting out of the way, Peter Prince dragging Joseph Cruz's foot off the apron, and as a result, Cruz just guillotined Raven over the top rope.
I mean...
And from the guillotine now, high angle crossbody press across the throat and neck.
Just a 2, though. I mean, is that what Prince was trying to do? Was he trying to guillotine Raven's neck, or?
I mean, Prince has been barking a lot of instructions from ringside. It's hard to keep up with.
Why couldn't they share strategy before the match?
Well, whether it was intentional or not, it has been effective. Raven, you see there, holding the neck, holding the throat, and Joseph Cruz now putting some boots to Raven in the corner.
And Cruz was forced into this position as part of the collective. Is he starting to embrace it, do you think, or is he just going along with it? Is he trapped? I mean, is this a cry for help? I don't know.
I mean, Joseph Cruz looking pretty comfortable in there right now, beating Raven down in the corner. Keep going, says Peter Prince. And again, there we go. A deliberately placed foot to the throat there.
I mean, it's good strategy. You can't deny the fact that if there's an injury or suspected injury, it behooves the competitor to focus in on that. And Cruz, he's still relatively fresh to Impact Pro Wrestling. He's going to need to develop a killer instinct, and I think that's what the collective is attempting to do, right?
Oh, and there's that killer instinct on display, Steve, you're right. But the motivating factor of Peter Prince. Joseph Cruz stringing together a great deal of offense into the cover now. Raven in trouble.
And Cruz, as his career goes on, is going to have to learn it because he lacks a lot of body size in comparison to other competitors. He's going to need to put a lot of weight into his pinfall attempts. A lot of body on body there.
Well, Peter Prince may have heard you, Steve, and Sigma Collective pivoting away from a pinfall, instead looking for a sleeper hold. Cinch it in, yelled Peter Prince, and cinched in it is.
I mean, he was screaming at Cruz to pay attention to him, but also like, don't look at me. And
conflicting advice, but the sleeper hold working out right now. Raven was brought to their knees. However, back to their feet. Oh! A lot of momentum on that judo-style throw. And a roundhouse kick follows it up. Cruz in trouble here. Raven connecting again with a shot to the head. Blocks the shot from Cruz.
He's in trouble now. Oh! Spinning wheel kick. What a maneuver.
Beautifully done. Finds its mark.
Prince is beside himself. He's breathing heavy from this.
Raven with the whip to the corner. Using their own body as a weapon.
Incredible scorpion kick and back into that fireman's carry. Oh, he's transitioned back into the sleeper. Cruz is learning.
Cruz slipped out the back of the fireman's carry, and Raven has been brought to their knees.
What is Prince doing? Power bomb. He's telling Cruz to stop the...
Cruz has let go of the submission. For a power bomb?
He had Raven in a submission. He's going for a power bomb.
Raven was in trouble. And now it's Cruz.
Oh no. I mean, this is terrible. Nice. Raven's got him up. He spins.
Raven's got him down. What a TKO.
That's one. It's two. It's a first victory.
Mount Albert on their feet as Raven picks up their first victory in IPW.
What an incredible moment for Raven and all of their fans here. And if I can put my predicting hat on, this is the first victory of many to come.
Raven putting it all together in the ring. What a moment, and fans bring the weapons. Raven's first victory. But we've got to talk about what happened with the Sigma Collective. Joseph Cruz had Raven in trouble, and Peter Prince said let go of that sleeper hold and go for a sit-out powerbomb? I mean, did Cruz take his eye off the ball? Is it poor coaching from Peter Prince? However you want to look at it, the Sigma Collective may not be... No victory for Joseph Cruz. So the squats will follow. And we are moving right along here at Fans Bring the Weapons because our next matchup also involves a member of the Sigma Collective. We'll leave it to Steve McCleary to make things official, but the Warner Cup is on the line coming up now. Joseph Cruz being given a moment to give up the squats in order to open the ropes for Jack Maximum. Jack Maximum, who is here, he is in shape and he is on form for this Warner Cup matchup. The holder of the Warner Cup, raised high above his head. A length of chain in the other hand. But of course, Horace does not have the Peter Lane Memorial Trophy. And the reason for that is that Jack Maximum knocked Horace out in the quarterfinals of the tournament at our last event. Some people say Horace was already looking past Jack Maximum, considering a showdown with the likes of Tetahi Vinnie Dunn or the eventual winner, the malevolent Jake Sheehan. Either way, Maximum holds a victory over the Duke, and thus the Warner Cup on the line tonight.
David, I don't know if you caught it, but as Horace was on the entranceway, he spat a loogie right by me. It was, pretty sure it was intended for Jack Maximum, but did not appreciate it.
Things a little bit heated here, of course. We talked about it, the Peter Lane Memorial Cup tournament. Jack Maximum knocked Horace out of contention in the quarterfinal stage. Things have been a little bit personal as a result of that heading into tonight's event, and now Maximum wants to pick up his second straight victory over the Duke, and this time take home the Warner Cup in the process.
Which of course would be an incredible prize, because whoever holds the Warner Cup come next May, next year's Eliminator, they get a shot at the New Zealand Heavyweight Championship.
That's right, Steve, somewhat of a de facto #1 contenders trophy as Horace goes back to the left leg time and time again.
We've got a lot of that #1 contender talk going on right now, don't we? James Shaw, the Eliminator contract with Sir Mr. Burns, and of course the Warner Cup. Time is ticking. Will the reign of Horace make it to May?
Things getting mighty crowded at the top, which is a good problem to have when you're a matchmaker.
Yeah.
And Jack Maximum running through the Duke. Joseph Cruz, Peter Prince still out here.
Now, Joseph Cruz was not successful in his singles match here tonight. We know Peter Prince is in action later on. Do you think it'll set a tone right here, you know, get them things back on track if Jack Maximum takes the victory, or do you think it'll be a problem if Horace wins?
Well, this is certainly the toughest test of the night for members of the Sigma Collective, no doubt about it. Horace, the holder of the Warner Cup and a former New Zealand heavyweight champion as well. He's been to the top of the mountain. He desperately wants to get there again, and the Warner Cup is his ticket. So Horace, perhaps the most motivated he's been in some time, especially now knowing what it's like to be in the ring with Jack Maximum after the Peter Lane Memorial Cup tournament. But it's one thing to know what it's like to be in there. It's one thing to feel it. And Horace not able to do anything about it right now. Jack Maximum having his way with the Warner Cup holder, dropping the Duke with a shot to the midsection.
Every time we see the Sigma Collective, their in-ring ability seems to improve. I want to say that their confidence is growing. That's normally how I would phrase that, but they are the most overconfident people I've ever seen. Oh! And confidence in skill means nothing if what happens right here.
Those powerful thighs and quads of Jack Maximum.
Yeah, I mean, it's bad for Horace, but I mean, I feel pretty good for Maximum that didn't take place. And yeah, when you work out in the gym as much as he does, on those quads, and you know, yeah, you ain't gonna take control of those. No, sir. No, sir. So who is your pick, Dunn? Who is your pick right now? You made some good points about why both of them may want to take this victory, but who do you think has the edge? I understand Horace is down the ground right now, but who do you think is taking this one?
Well, look, if we're talking about momentum, we were discussing it moments ago, you know, has Joseph Cruz's loss damaged the momentum of the Sigma Collective? You've got to look at their most recent results, and that is a win for Jack Maximum, a loss for Horace, and it happened in the exact same matchup against one another, and Maximum might be going 2-0 here.
Whoa! That was a long 2 count. I mean, that's got to feel pretty good for Maximum, even though he didn't get the victory there.
Does Jack Maximum have Horace's number? He certainly did at our last event.
I'm going to say yes. I'm a massive Horace fan, but I'm going to say yes. I think Maximum has everything working for him tonight. Especially those quads. My God. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything.
Horace knows it, trying to take out the left leg of Maximum after he was able to slip off the shoulder and avoid that Oklahoma running power slam.
I mean, it could have been lights out for Horace from that power slam. I think he knew that. Experience often wins the day.
And those big quads of Maximum proving to be the equalizer yet again.
I mean, it's something we don't talk a lot about. People always talk about the upper body, but the quads, I mean, it's your base. Even now, he's preventing Horace from moving him.
Horace may have been thinking about the 3 Dukes.
Oh! He got him! but he couldn't hold on to it. That's just Uno Duke.
Still effective at creating some space, and now both men down. Conan Wood begins the count. If he makes his way to 10, this one's a draw. Horace back to his feet. And lowering the knee pad for the Busaiku knee.
But Maximum, he fell into the ropes. He's still on his feet. Oh!
Dropped to his knees, now fell to the canvas. Horace into the cover. And Maximum got the shoulder up.
What? 2.
Jack Maximum just ate 2 incredible blows to the face.
What? I don't know what I'm supposed to say about that. I mean, other than props to Maximum, he is still in this thing.
Horace looking for down with the sickness. Maximum steamrolls it into the corner. Oh! World's strongest slam.
Conan Wood is saying 2.
2 of the closest falls we have ever seen.
My heart leapt out of my chest.
Jack Maximum a fraction of a second away from making it 2 straight wins over the Duke of Death.
I mean, we had a very good vantage point. We are at ring level. I mean, it is...
I don't envy Conan Wood on that call, Steve. I'd hate to be the one making the call.
The smallest fraction of daylight in that call.
Maximum now lining it up here. If he couldn't put Horace away with that world's strongest slam, this will surely be it. Oh! Drop toe hold by the Duke.
Is he doing it here? Locking in a submission hold.
Jack taps. Horace still your champion. Big win for Horace. He avenges the loss in our last event. He retains the Warner Cup. And more importantly, let's talk about the way he did it. Wasn't able to execute the 3 Dukes. Wasn't able to execute down with the sickness. Instead, pivots away from a pinfall and looks for a submission. We talked about the legs of Jack Maximum all night long, but Horace, in the end, used those to his advantage, tying Maximum up in a variation of a cloverleaf and forcing the submission as the Duke continues to round out his game. There is a reason he is the holder of the Warner Cup as the Duke barrels towards May 2026. The Eliminator, and whoever may be New Zealand heavyweight champion at the time.
When an injury forced Megan Kate to vacate the IPW Women's Championship, many thought perhaps Khan Capital's vice-like grip on power was starting to slip. But there you see in the right hand of Ringo Ryan, the Aotearoa Heavyweight Championship, a title Ringo Ryan picked up just 1 week ago. The assets of New Zealand professional wrestling continue to find their way into the Khan Capital portfolio. Their stocks are on the rise, but how will Anthony Khan, Ringo Ryan and Troy Daniels fare? It looks like Daniels is about to let us know.
Anyway,
Do you have to?
I am the voice of Con Capital, and my name is Troy Daniels. Tonight, IPW fans bring the weapons sold out. And do you know what it is?
I got some ideas.
Because even though Con Capital was not advertised to be here tonight, all of you need Con Capital.
That wasn't one of them.
Yeah, I'd like to examine the logic of that.
All of you crave Con Capital.
Do you crave Calm Capital, David Dunn?
Can't say I
All
do.
of you love Con Capital.
I mean, you love Calm Capital, don't you,
So
David?
you bought your tickets hoping we'd be here. You lucky people, here we are. So I give you, he is Iron Man Ringo Ryan.
Ringo Ryan, just a week ago, winning the Aotearoa Heavyweight Championship.
And give the rest of your love to the chairman of Con Capital, Anthony Khan.
Sounds like Mount Albert's all out of love.
So you have bought your ticket and you have been rewarded. We are Con Capital.
If I had to buy tickets to come to the show, I would have bought them for
Enjoy
their
us.
opponents.
A rousing introduction from superstar Troy Daniels, but thankfully now the microphone back in the hand of Steve McCleary as we await Con Capital's opponents. Coming to us as part of our relationship with Southern Pro Wrestling.
Their opponents, a team of Kiwi King, Michael Richards, and Toothless Nico Bell.
The King and the Cross Checker with us tonight at IPW Fans Bring the Weapons. Two men who recently became SPW Tag Team Champions down in Invercargill, walking out of a three-way matchup with the belts around their waists. They're a new unit, but they're very effective. Do they have what it takes to take out Con Capital and the ever-growing problem that Khan and Ryan present to IPW?
Well, that's why it's so important that Bell and Richards take care of this growing problem right here tonight. And like his tights say, winners are grinners. I hope they're going to have massive smiles on their face tonight taking apart Con Capital.
I know there'll be a massive smile on my face were that to happen, Steve.
Not that you're biased.
No.
I mean, neither
No,
of us.
course
Oh
not.
my God. Oh my God. Troy Daniels has. Is this Ringo Ryan's jacket?
That is Ringo Ryan's jacket. That is the jacket of the Aotearoa heavyweight champion.
I am uncomfortable. It is a very heavy jacket, and that is, you know, those little things that just tell you how strong someone is. This jacket is actually causing me a lot of discomfort.
Steve McCleary slowly slumping over under the weight of that jacket here at ringside.
I can't take this off.
Let's see how these teams do under the weight of the expectation for this tag team matchup. No titles on the line, but of course championship implications. Imagine getting a pinfall victory over the Aotearoa heavyweight champion. Imagine taking out the SPW tag team champions. Ramifications, no matter which way this one shakes out, as Toothless Nico Bell and the chairman, Anthony Khan, start us out.
This is a situation I love when there is everything to gain, everything to lose for each person in a tag team.
Whoa! Bit of misdirection from Nico Bell, but he connected in the end. Mount Albert showing their appreciation. Auckland is sold out tonight.
I love Nico Bell. I love him so much. Every time I see him, I'm like, I don't see enough of him. That is how every time. And of course, Michael Richards until very recently the ANZAC champion.
That's right, an intense championship pedigree in this matchup. Very accomplished athletes, both in singles and in tag team action. And Richards right now squaring up to the Aotearoa heavyweight champion, knocking down Ringo Ryan time and time again. Ringo Ryan thinking hip toss. Michael Richards answers with a short arm lariat.
And sometimes that's all it takes. You got a body that's chiseled out of granite like Michael Richards. You use that strength, and he's just firing off those lariats.
Back to the well time and time again.
It works, it's effective.
Referee Ann Wood dragging Richards out of the corner, does not want to disqualify him. But Richards into the cover here.
And I believe Richards probably knows that it was unlikely to get the pinfall victory there, but of course, every time you kick out, you have to expel air from your lungs. It wears you down.
Back elbows to the jaw from the king of the cross check. Nico Bell now the legal man in here.
Look at the speed of Bell.
He's not just quick. 2 count only, he's sudden with those impacts.
That is the perfect word for he's sudden. Every time you think you know where he is, suddenly boom!
Monkey flip sends Ringo Ryan across the ring. And Bell rushing in, looking for another. Anthony Khan with a shot to the back of the head to stop it. Entering the ring illegally. And now you talk about illegal action. Troy Daniels on the outside, choking Nico Bell.
Unfortunately, Michael Richards doesn't realize it. He's the one distracting the referee right now. Oh, yeah, is your arm okay, Troy? Yeah, you feeling okay?
We're really concerned.
Cocoa butter really weighs it down.
Oh, okay. Cocoa butter. Yeah, that's the problem. Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll live.
Nevertheless, the damage has been done. Nico Bell now finds himself in enemy territory right out here in front of us in the Khan Capital corner as Anthony Khan goes to the abdominal stretch, trying to slow things down, put Bell in a world of hurt, not allow Nico. Ringo Ryan reaching out there.
And adding insult to injury right now, he could put Bell in any position. He's had him facing Michael Richards. His tag team partner he can't reach.
And he knows Michael Richards. Incredibly amped up, incredibly on edge already. Michael Richards, inevitably, unintentionally, the cause of this shift in momentum when he distracted our referee, trying to draw her attention to the fact that Khan Capital were dishing out a 3-on-1 assault. Oh! Ringo Ryan dropping all of his body weight down on the abdomen of toothless Nico Bell, who was able to get the shoulder up but had to twist the midsection to do so. And after that initial impact, not going to feel good for toothless.
Oh! Well, I don't think anything's feeling good for toothless Nico Bell right now. It's real unfortunate, but they are dissecting him.
Bell gets the shoulder up, but again in a lot of trouble. These kickouts straining that midsection that has become the focus for the Aotearoa heavyweight champion.
Well, Khan Capital love to focus in on weakness. Oh, but Ringo may have taken a bit too long.
Back elbow from Bell. And off the top, crossbody takes down Ringo Ryan.
But he paid for it. Nico's paid for it. That was his abdomen crushing against Ringo Ryan. And now he can't capitalize, but he's got to. He's got to make it to the corner. He's got to tag in Michael Richards.
Michael Richards is coiled. He is ready to explode. If the tag can be made.
Ringo's made his. So does Nico.
Michael Richards and Ed Khan, the legal man. Down goes Khan. Down he goes again. Thinking about clothesline of his own. Richards with the counter. Back suplex wipes out the chairman of Khan Capital.
Khan doesn't know where he is, but Richards does. He's kicking the ass of the chairman. The power, the precision, the drop.
Floats into the cover here. Khan in trouble, but Khan barely scrapes his shoulder off the canvas. after a long delay on that vertical suplex of Michael Richards. Hooking up Khan, thinking about that FTK. Khan with a counter.
Perhaps a slight misstep there by Richards, announcing what he was going for. And oh, Nico
couldn't execute the suplex because the midsection gave out. The heel of Ant Khan's boot finds its mark. The tag made to Ringo Ryan.
No. Ringo's looking for that tombstone. If he hits it, it is all over. Oh my God, he's dropped him!
Tombstone to Bell. Daniels takes out Richards. Just when it looks like there might be a dip in the Khan Capital stock, they rally back time and time again. The return on investment of this group has been nothing short of terrifying to watch. As just over the course of 1 year, they have run roughshod on Impact Pro Wrestling. And now with the Aotearoa Heavyweight Championship in their grasp, who can stop Khan Capital?
Well, the question of the hour is who can stop Khan Capital? But for right now, this minute, the following is a singles match scheduled for one fall. The 20-minute time limit.
It's actually one of my favorite scenes.
Big ovation for Jackson Graves, who is ready to embrace this moment. An opportunity to be in action on a sold-out event here in Auckland City. All eyes are on IPW, and right now Jackson Graves wants all eyes on him. I'm hearing shrieks. I'm hearing wolf whistles.
Very confusing.
I mean, this is the third time that we've seen Perfect Peter Prince out here tonight at Fan Springer Weapons, and he appears to be growing on Mount Albert. Perhaps some of those cheers for Joseph Cruz, who has been laboured with the task of taking care of the massive fur coat of the Perfect One.
I've also had that coat on me before. It is heavy. And Peter Prince, I mean, he looks confident here. 2 losses for the Sigma Collective. He'll be wanting to bring it home against a lesser-known competitor here in IPW, but as you can tell from the reaction, fast-growing in fan appreciation, Jackson Graves.
That's right, Jackson Graves has a lot of eyes on him tonight. We are sold out here at the Mount Albert War Memorial Hall. And Jackson Graves could make it 0-3 for the Sigma Collective and pick up a lot of momentum and make a few new fans in the process. The stakes are high in that regard as these two men grapple for side headlocks in the center of the ring. Graves fighting his way back to his feet, trying to break out of this hole with some shots to the midsection. Sends Prince off the ropes. Oh! The Triple P quickly rocks him with the shoulder block. Taking a moment to flex as well. We've talked about the momentum, Steve. There's no denying that the Sigma Collective, they're a functional tag team. They work well as a unit.
Absolutely, yeah. They've had a lot of success.
But the singles matches tonight have not gone their way. Can Prince stop the slip of the momentum? Not if Jackson Graves can keep things up like this. Prince avoids the impact there.
He's so quick for such a large man. Prince just deftly avoiding that drop kick, which may have been extra deadly because I'm not really sure what Jackson Graves' boots are made of. They look like some sort of broken glass or diamond. I'm unclear about the material exactly, but good to avoid that.
Prince slowing things down now after that missed drop kick left Jackson Graves on the canvas. An elbow drop will keep him there. Lateral press now with the leg hooked as well.
And Prince may have just taken a bit too much time before going for that pinfall. Unless he never thought there was going to be a chance, he just wants to embarrass Jackson Graves, which, given his personality, might be true.
Would not put it past him.
But we've seen what's happened when other members of Sigma Collective have taken their eye off the ball here tonight. You've got to be focused.
You know that Joseph Cruz isn't calling out instructions to Peter Prince in the same way that Prince was to Cruz earlier on.
Yeah, I mean, I think there might be a discrepancy about their levels in the Sigma Collective there.
Chance of Let's Go Jackson echoing around the Mount Albert War Memorial.
Well, it would mean the world to Jackson Graves to pick up a victory here tonight.
But easier said than done when you're on the wrong end of a scoop slam like that. And Peter Prince, mighty proud of himself, follows up with another elbow. Jackson Graves gets the shoulder up. Prince rocking Graves with that forearm. Here's another. And Jackson Graves firing back. Using the rope for momentum to deliver his shot. Again backed up by Triple P, doubled over. Could we see that powerbomb, Steve? That he was calling for earlier?
Yeah. I mean, I'm saying go for it if you thought it was the best option for Joseph Cruz.
But Prince just screaming in the face of Graves.
Ah!
That's exactly what you asked for, Triple P. Hope you liked it.
Yeah, I mean, screams aren't going to win you the match, but it might just fire up your opponent.
Oh, German suplex with a break.
Picture perfect. Oh, perfect Peter Prince. Oh. I thought he had him. I thought he had him right there.
Perfectly executed on perfect Peter Prince, who somehow got the shoulders up, avoiding the pin from that German suplex, but now Auckland is firmly behind Graves.
He just has to remain locked in right now, and he's got this one. Oh.
He runs into a back elbow as what happens to Graves. Oh!
Jeez.
Turned inside out and lands on the back of his head after the impact.
Oh, this is bad. This is bad for Graves right now. Oh, the strength of Prince.
Big delay on that vertical suplex, letting all the blood rush to the head of Jackson Graves, letting him really think about what was about to happen.
It's probably why Graves is still sitting up right now. He's trying to get that blood to go back down where it's supposed to be. Oh!
Shotgun drop kick finds its mark.
Oh.
And Triple P stops the skid of the Sigma Collective. Valiant showing from Jackson Graves, but in the end it was not enough to contend with Perfect Peter Prince and the Sigma Collective, who end the night with a win after all here at Fans Bring the Weapons.
We have arrived at our co-main event, and a new IPW New Zealand Women's Champion will be crowned. After Megan Kate was forced to vacate the championship due to injury, Candy Lee and Mighty Maya meet for the vacant title.
Now, unfortunately, Megan Kate had to relinquish the New Zealand Women's Championship due to injury. We wish her a speedy recovery. But what that does mean right now is that the following contest is for the vacant New Zealand Women's Championship!
Enter the matriarch. Unbeaten in singles competition in 2025, Mighty Maya had earned herself the #1 contenders position to the New Zealand Women's Championship. When it was determined that the injury suffered by Megan Kate would be too great for her to come back from before the end of the year, the decision was made to strip Megan Kate of the New Zealand Women's Championship. And of course, Mighty Maya had to be one half of the matchup to determine a new champion. We have seen 9 different women hold the New Zealand Women's Championship over the course of 22 separate title reigns. Is tonight the night that Mighty Maya becomes the 10th to etch her name into the history books as New Zealand Women's Champion. Standing across the ring from her, perhaps the most accomplished of them all, 3-time Women's Champion Candy Lee has a combined 1,132 days as Women's Champion across those 3 reigns. If she can make it #4 tonight, she will move into 2nd place behind only Megan Kate herself for the most reigns as New Zealand Women's Champion. History is about to be made.
The following contest for the vacant New Zealand Women's Championship. It is scheduled for 1 fall with a 30-minute time limit. Introducing competitor #1. She is a former 3-time New Zealand Women's Champion and the longest reigning New Zealand Women's Champion. She is Candy Lee!
1,134 days.
Introducing competitor #2. She is the matriarch, Mighty Maya!
That's what it's all about. Introduced in 2012, First won by Evie, who some of you may know better as Dakota Kai, who will be the next New Zealand Women's Champion tonight. And there's sportswomanship on display already, a handshake to kick things off.
You'd love to see it.
New Zealand Women's Championship on the line, a historic event unfolding before our eyes as fans bring the weapons. The referee Ann Wood getting in the way there, getting a first-hand experience of what it's like when the stakes are so high, when the Women's Championship has been vacated.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't happen all the time. It's a very rare occurrence. And right now, we have a situation. Candy Lee could become a 4-time New Zealand Women's Champion, or Mighty Maya might capture her first ever championship here in IPW.
It felt like the momentum was heading that way, Steve. It felt like Mighty Maya was moving closer and closer to a showdown with Megan Kate. It felt like she had Megan Kate's number.
And that's still a clash I would love to see down the line when Megan Kate is healthy again.
Leg drop from Candy. We do send our best wishes, of course, to the now former New Zealand Women's Champion, Megan Kate. Get well soon. We hope to see her back in an IPW ring sooner rather than later.
The first ever 5-time Women's New Zealand Champion, as she
statistically the best to ever do it.
First ever do it. And I mean, if Candy Lee can get the victory here tonight, she will also be on her way.
That's right, it'll be a 4th reign for Candy Lee, putting her 2nd all-time, and of course she would extend what is already the longest combined time holding the title, which I've said time and time again, 1,134 days. Unfathomable.
What? Say it again.
1,134 days that Candy Lee has been New Zealand Women's Champion. Will she wake up tomorrow 1,135, or will Mighty Maya submit her right here, looking for the cross arm breaker?
Candy transitioning into a pinfall. Maya immediately moving out of that.
But there's a great way to break out of the submission. Force Mighty Maya to adapt, and she has to let go of the grip. Oh! Just got cut down by that spinning calf kick. Maya in trouble. Maya gets her shoulder up.
I'm so nervous right now. I always feel this nervous anticipation whenever there's a championship up for grabs, when neither person is currently the champion, because I just know I'm going to see something special.
History guaranteed here tonight, Steve, as the two women throw down in centre ring. What a long way women's professional wrestling has come in New Zealand. There was a time in the 1970s where the police outlawed women from being professional wrestlers, did not allow the matches to happen, and tonight, Candy Lee with a devastating impact to Mighty Maya, looking to win a 4th title. No.
And Candy Lee, very smart right now. Oh, she has just transitioned from that pinfall attempt into a submission hold. Her feet on the back of Maya's neck. Maya moved out of the way so quickly. Wrist control still maintained between both competitors.
Maya using the ropes to build momentum. Candy Lee cuts her down.
That's the problem with momentum. Sometimes it can work against you. I think Candy may be looking for the Candy Crush there. That's what won her many times.
Big collision in centre ring. Maya's got Candy rocked, but she has not got her down. Shot to the midsection from the matriarch. Tussling for position, sweeps Candy Lee to the mat.
That's that martial arts background. Still just a 2 count, but there was not a lot of energy in Lee's kick out.
And now Mighty Maya dragging Candy Lee back to her feet. Signaling things may be over here. Hooking up the former 3-time champion in position. Candy Lee tries to fight free. Reverses with a suplex. Sending Mighty Maya across the ring. Maya's in trouble here. Oh!
I don't know how to call this, but yeah, Maya doing the only thing she can do to save her life right there.
Candy Lee trying to back it up. Mighty Maya with the counter. Looking for a Samoan drop. Candy Lee turns things around. Maya slips off her shoulders. Oh! Spear from the matriarch.
Just explosive out of nowhere. And now Maya locking in a sleeper hold there. Putting pressure, transitioning into a rear naked choke.
She's got the grapevine.
She tapped! She tapped!
Mighty Maya, tenacious in chasing down her destiny. Over the course of 2025, bit by bit, she inched closer to what we thought would be a showdown with Megan Kate. Tonight, though, the submission victory over the three-time champion. No hard feelings between these two women, but tonight belongs to Mighty Maya, who becomes just the 10th woman to hold the IPW New Zealand Women's Championship. We are in the era of the matriarch. And the matriarch celebrating amongst her people. Mount Albert on their feet. What a result. What a victory. What a moment for Mighty Maya. With the Women's Championship decided, the Aotearoa Tag Team titles are on the line next. Let's take a look at how we arrived at our Fans Bring the Weapons main event.
Forgive me if I'm wrong, the longest reigning New Zealand Tag Team Champions in IPW?
That's correct, and the gap between our last event, Grave Consequences, and now New Blood smashed the record. The sleeper hold, and sends Alex Savage over the top.
Here comes Stone. Oh, see you later.
That is tag team synergy right there.
To the steamroller.
I mean, SAS used to call themselves tag team specialists. We're looking at the tag team specialist right now. It's New Blood. Oh no, Savage goes for that lariat. Oh no! Oh my! Wings and kick out. Everything is on the line. Kick out.
But to my eyes, Zach Hale, it appeared, at least for a moment, had his foot on that bottom rope. Somewhat odd to hear the music of New Blood first, but nevertheless, the champs are here. It's time for 2 out of 3 falls for the tag team titles. Blood in a fair fight. Oh, look at that! The sick kick obviously meant for New Blood instead, and New Blood on fire, running right through Will Stone.
A sharpshooter. He's tapping with him.
Conan's distracted with Alex Savage. Stone with a handful of dimes.
Conan, don't do.
Severely bending the rules, distracting our referee, doing whatever they could to stack the deck in their favour.
New Blood, you know, I sincerely thought that we were done with you. I sincerely thought that we had adequately put you in your place, which, as you know, is in our rear view. But you just couldn't help yourself, could you? You had to get involved in one of my matches. You had to have me lose to some friggin' YouTuber. And you thought there would not be repercussions? You thought that I wouldn't just take matters into my own hands? That's right, Kid Nova. And I hope yours heals up for September 20th, because you got your wish for all the marbles. Fans bring the weapons, but just remember one thing: be careful what you wish for.
The reason you're getting this match isn't because we hate you. We don't even dislike you. We have the utmost respect for everything that you've done in this business. But as the man who brought you into this,
A disgusting assault. Don't do it, Will. Oh, no.
all of your victories, all of your accomplishments, those are mine. And if fans bring the weapons, you're going to get the absolute best of SAS.
Oh, delirious.
But once that's over, New Blood, SAS, we're done. You're done.
For more than 20 years, it has been IPW's signature match that has captivated the nation. The interactivity unmatched. As Steve McCleary said at the top of the line, the fans aren't just here to watch this main event, they are here to participate in the main event. And for 99% of them, they are here to see New Blood reclaim the Aotearoa Tag Team Championships. It's Fans Bring the Weapons, and it's finally here. Been a long road back to this position for New Blood, screwed out of the Tag Team Championships, ending their record-setting year-long reign at Nightmare Before Christmas 2024. Again, conned in the 2 out of 3 falls rematch at IPW Reckoning. There will be no disputing this result tonight. This issue must come to an end as the challengers prepare to face the Aotearoa Tag Team Champions one final time. Tag Team Specialists and Aotearoa Tag Team Champions, Savage and Stone, SAS, have arrived at Fans Bring the Weapons. And boy oh boy, have the fans brought the weapons, let me tell you. Scanning the room, I can see all sorts of contraptions. A ukulele, a collection of used drinking cans glued to a baton, a Nerf gun, a collection of Barbie dolls glued to a bat. I was outside a little bit earlier on tonight speaking to this sold-out crowd, many of whom were more than happy to show me the weapons that they had brought to this event. Many of whom were abundantly clear. These weapons were intended to get into the hands of New Blood and intended to be smashed across their backs over the skulls of SAS, who have never done anything to endear themselves to this IPW audience. But whether or not they are popular has not mattered, because they have always been effective. That is why they are the Aotearoa Tag Team Champions. But tonight, there are no rules to bend or break. It's anything goes, and Fans Bring the Weapons. Let's cross now to Steve McCleary to break down the rules.
No
It's been a long time coming, David Dunn. This is my favorite moment of the year. Every year, fans bring the weapons. I'm speaking from the heart right now. My goosebumps. Oh! And he spoke with a chair to the face, and fair enough, after a year of being attacked, of having their opportunities taken from them, the injury to Kid Nova's arm, New Blood are here to take SAS out.
This one is as personal as they come. It is extremely rare for us to see a tag team fans bring the weapons matchup, only the second in a more than 20-year history of this matchup. That is because of the stakes that these men have put on this matchup, not only the Ultimate Tag Team Championships, but the personal issue. It has all come to a head tonight as Kid Nova swinging what I believe to be a piece of bamboo that a fan told me they had cut from their personal garden.
I believe that was a dustbin?
A dustbin for Kid Nova taking out the trash. Sweeping up the remains of Alex Savage, and this has got to feel good.
Put that on the wall, hang it.
What a masterpiece for Kid Nova, who was sidelined with a broken hand, courtesy of Alex Savage and a kendo stick. New Blood extracting their revenge tonight.
Skateboards, what a trick. And I'm not going to be unbiased here tonight. It's very hard anyway with SAS, but tonight, after everything they have done to New Blood, I am 100% in the camp of New Blood, taking out SAS and destroying their reign here.
New Blood have been screwed over time and time again. We saw it at Nightmare Before Christmas in the initial matchup where New Blood lost the tag team titles. We saw it again in the rematch. And look at that! Oh no!
Is Zach okay? And
Zach Hale hurtling off the top rope, just came down hard over the barricade.
I mean, that wasn't just a normal drop. It wasn't just doing a double axe handle. It was like a frog splash. I mean, the mood just changed very quickly here. We all felt it.
The air sucked out of the room, no doubt about it. And now Kid Nova,
damn it,
thrown back to the ring for what appears to be a 2-on-1 assault. Zach Hale may be out of this matchup already.
I mean, that is the last thing that New Blood can bear to have happen right here. This has happened before to Kid Nova. And Stone, he's just grabbing weapon after weapon from the audience, which I know it's the match, but damn it, Nova deserves better than this.
Will Stone with his pick of the weapons right now. Some fans try to keep them from him.
I mean, good. You bring the weapon, you get to decide who uses it, okay? In the ring, Savage using that cricket bat on Nova's spine.
Swinging for a 6. As Will Stone continues to pile them up, collecting all sorts of shrapnel.
And I mean, by the end of this match, that may be all that's left of the competitors is shrapnel. Oh my God.
I mean, hard to even describe what we're seeing here, but Will Stone now with a splash and into the cover on Nova.
And even with two of them trying to hold him down, they couldn't. Nova kicked out.
Well, Kid Nova's been waiting for this one for a long time, was not able to be at the Peter Lane Memorial Cup tournament because he was out with that broken hand. And Zach Hale being launched into our cameraman here.
And David is a lovely man. He's a fantastic cameraman. He doesn't deserve to be treated that way by Will Stone.
And we got a duel on the outside here. Will Stone, Kid Nova swinging away. We'll do our best to stay on top of the action, but things breaking down in a hurry.
Yeah, I'm not. They're split on
What
either.
is that? A miniaturized motorbike?
What? Who even owns that?
Oh, you hear the impact of that skateboard.
Oh no! In front of us is it's a tray with a smiley face made out of thumbtacks.
Oh God!
Oh my God! That's sitting by Zach
Meanwhile,
Hale.
look at this, a barbed wire chair.
No.
We thought the thumbtacks were sadistic.
And it says on it for SAS use only.
The
Who
one
brought
person in the
that?
building. The one person in the building who has come here to support SAS.
We should have
But
confiscated that on the way in.
nevertheless, a chair wrapped in barbed wire. We're going to do our best to stay on top of the action, spilling out into the audience.
Okay, normally, I mean, I could see Stones unloading with punches there. And yep, the suck it, okay, trademark SAS. Normally, I would head into the crowd to follow the action. I don't feel safe. There are too many people here.
Too many people, too many weapons, a combustible element in this Aotearoa Tag Team Championship match.
I mean, this is a dangerous position for the fans as well as the competitors out there in the sea of people.
Ukulele launching the assault from Zach Hale.
The ukulele, one of God's greatest instruments, coming to the rescue once again.
And now Hale calling for the audience to move out of the way. We're sold out here tonight. That may be difficult.
And from our vantage point, we are losing visual, but we can see that New Blood is in control again. I'm so happy that Zach Hale was able to rebound.
Mount Albert sharing that sentiment, Steve. Chants of "This is awesome" for only the second tag team fans bring the weapons match in history.
What an impact! You want to talk about Impact Pro Wrestling? Come here, see it live, and feel the impact.
A jewel in the crown of IPW for more than 20 years. Fans bring the weapons has become iconic.
The marquee match in New Zealand professional wrestling. And will it be a marquee night for New Blood getting back what I still believe in my heart is their Aotearoa Tag Team Championships?
And look at this, Steve. Alex Savage is in a dangerous position over the guardrail. Zach Hale is on the apron. Will he think about a dive for a second time?
I mean, it didn't work earlier, but if he can hit this, the damage to the abdomen, to the neck, it could be worth it.
Oh! Knee drop to the back of the head. Savage had nowhere to go.
He took the punt and it was good. I don't know how Zach Hale is going to feel tomorrow when the adrenaline from action like that wears off, but right now he's on cloud 9.
And now heading back out into the fans.
You can call that one.
Every kid being called to action, especially Kid Nova.
I mean, he's technically a kid. I mean, he wears a mask. We don't know for sure.
The youth of the nation swarming Will Stone. And we've seen folding chairs now. We've got chairs from members of our front row. There's a folding chair as well.
I mean, this is giving me faith in the future. The children are tomorrow, and they're telling us no more SAS. Oh, that bat's rolling the other way. I'm going to go get that.
Zach Hale starting to fill the ring with everything he can get his hands on. This sold-out audience much more willing to part with their weapons when they are in aid of New Blood.
Oh, and it's the weapon I've been waiting for all night. That big staff with all of the cans on it. What an incredible piece of architecture. Props to the fan that put that together. That has got to be one of my favorite weapons I have ever seen.
Some unique minds in our IPW audience, dreaming up all manner of fan-brought weapons. And now let's see.
Oh! This is IPW Live. This is Fans Bring the Weapons. There is nothing like it.
Will Stone clawing at a pinata. He's got no idea where he is as Zach Hale swings a baking, roasting dish.
And here we go. This is what I've been waiting for. I'm okay with this 2-on-1 because of everything that SAS has done. A year's worth of aggression.
Kid Nova with a ukulele in hand. Something tells me he's not much of a musician.
Oh, that tune is beautiful, man. He's great at this.
Hale with a flipper. And Nova swinging at Alex Savage, knocking him from the apron. That's a paddling.
How sweet the sound.
And a lone thumbtack. Driven into the abdomen of Will Stone.
And there's no fat on that abdomen. It's all abs. That has got a sting like, what is that? What does Zach Hale have? I need you to call that one done.
Some sort of an improvised RPG?
This match does my ADHD brain proud.
The battering ram!
You never know what you're going to see. A battering ram. Block of cheese! It's time! It's time! We've waited all night for a David Dunn. It's time for cheese! The placement, the drop. It's Gouda.
And Stone kicks out after being slammed face first into that block of cheese. We gotta hope he's not lactose intolerant.
Yeah. I mean, I'm vegan, but I'm still in support of what I just saw. I mean, you gotta love it. Where else? I said my ADHD brain loves this. I don't know what's going to happen next. It's so exciting. Block of cheese to the face.
And that's the thing about Fans Bring the Weapons. Not even the competitors know what's going to happen next. It's so unpredictable.
Yeah. And the outcome of the match can change in a heartbeat.
Just like that. Will Stone thinking stepping stone maybe. Instead plucked out of the air by the ankle.
What's up?
Mount Albert knows what's up.
Oh. New blood taking a little trip south of the border.
Perfectly legal and Fans Bring the Weapons. And Stone kicking out.
And that's only the second pinfall attempt in this match. I didn't realize it until the last one happened. That's the first attempt because they want to maim each other.
Of course, the Ultimate Tag Team Championships are the ultimate goal for any tag team, but why not have some fun along the way?
Oh yeah, after everything SAS has done, you want them to know that they are not going to darken your doorstep ever again. I am very happy that Trey with the smiley face of thumbtacks and Wood pushing it out of the way. Very thankful about that. We do not need things escalating to that degree.
But look what has been unearthed.
Okay, we can escalate to this degree.
Get the tables. Everybody in the building on their feet, many of them on their chairs.
Well, everybody wants to see Will Stone get some wood.
3D through the table.
That is going to be it. We've got new tag team champions.
And Alex Savage breaks up the pin with a chair to the spine. We haven't seen Savage in this matchup for a long, long time, but now he's back in the ring, back in the driver's seat.
But if he wants any success here, he's going to have to do it on his own. I don't know when Will Stone is going to move again. A 3D through the table.
Savage now trying to clear some of the debris.
Jesus.
Just about took out our social media team on the outside of the ring.
And just like Will Stone earlier, these competitors, they don't care about the fans. They don't care about the ring crew. They only care about themselves.
A disgusting attitude, but an attitude that has brought them the Aotearoa Tag Team Championships, and an attitude that may pay dividends tonight. Savage snapping back at the wrist of Kid Nova, which was broken courtesy of a kendo stick earlier in the year. Chance for cheese, now in the hand of Stone.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
SAS making a beeline now for the left arm and hand of Kid Nova. That barbed wire wrap chair now in the hands.
No.
Of
No,
Will
no, no,
Stone.
no, no. The hand on the barbed wire. Don't do it. Don't do it. Come
He's
on.
only just healed from
You're
a broken
pieces of
hand.
crap, but you're not this bad. Tell me you're not this bad. Damn it! You pieces of shit.
Concerto with barbed wire for added effect to what was the broken hand of Kid Nova. And SAS are not done. They are walking around the ring collecting all manner of weapons yet again.
Well, they should be done, okay? After stuff like that.
They should be done with a golf club, a vacuum. And the vacuum just about came back to bite Will Stone. Now it clears the top rope. Meanwhile, Kid Nova has been cleared from the ring. We believe there may be a situation with his hand.
Yeah, well, I don't know how they haven't rebroken his hand after that. I mean, is that what, you know, their goal is? Not just to win, but to maim their opponents, to end their career? Come on.
Now Stone looking for a hole-in-one, swinging a golf club at the spine of Zach Hale. Oh, to the tailbone. And there it is, the impact of the kendo stick. The weapon of choice for SAS over the course of this rivalry with New Blood.
I hate the fact I can't even enjoy the fact that it's entertaining watching a vacuum cleaner get smacked across someone's spine, because I'm thinking about Nova right now and what agony he has to be in. And he's had to leave his tag team partner at the mercy of these punks.
Golf club to the kidney area of Zach Hale, and from our vantage point, Steve, you can see the welts forming on the back of Hale from the number of weapons that have been smashed across his spine.
He's going to get massacred, man. He's going to get massacred in there.
Now SAS having their way, trading this kendo stick between them, picking and choosing any shot they want, smashing into the body of Zach Hale time and time again. It appears Hale on his own for the rest of this matchup, however long it may last. But you got to believe not too long if it's a 2-on-1 situation.
Yeah, no, SAS looking to end this right here. That sick kick to the face of Hale.
Short arm clothesline, follows it up from Alex Savage, tag team specialist with the combination.
Come on, kick out. Zach,
He
yes!
does.
He's still in this thing! I don't know what pathway there could be to victory for Zach Hale right now, but if there is one, he is going to find it. We have to believe. It's Lego done.
It can be somewhat hard to empathize with what these wrestlers might be experiencing, but I think we all know what a Lego brick feels like. A pile of weapons now in the center of the ring. We've got a folding chair. We've got a suitcase. We've got a ton of Lego bricks.
And we've got a double bird directed straight at SAS.
Zach Hale defiant until the end, but the end may be closing in. Oh! Into the pile. Hale goes head first.
God damn it. Kick out, Zach. Zach, you can do it.
And he does do it. He does kick out.
I said it. I almost don't believe it. Tell me I'm living in this reality.
That's right, Steve, it really happened. Zach Hale kicked out of that elevated X Factor that has won SAS a number of matches. And now SAS back to the drawing board. The pile they assembled couldn't get it done. They're clearing the ring again. Still plenty of weapons available in this audience.
I gotta say, the fans have really brought it this year, figuratively and literally. I don't know if I've ever seen such an incredible array of weapons. They just don't seem to end.
Oh, there's a table again. Alex Savage introducing another table into this matchup after the last table proved so detrimental for SAS. Now Savage just had a baguette. Will Stone really getting into it with members of the audience. Meanwhile, off camera, Alex Savage assembling a bag, who knows its contents.
Baguette in a bag. I mean, after the Lego is out there, I dread to think what could be in that bag. Who licks a table?
An unhinged man is who licks a table. And Will Stone has come unhinged tonight, and over the course of this Aotearoa Tag Team Championship reign, there was a time, Steve, where we didn't think we would see Will Stone compete ever again.
And I was devastated. He's incredibly talented in this ring. It's just his damn personality.
Nova! Arm in a sling! Back out here!
Nova getting the music played to distract SAS, using everything to his advantage, because clearly that arm must be in agony.
Oh! Will Stone over the top rope again, coming close to our social media team. And now Nova, one good arm, knocks down Alex Savage, making the save at a critical time. Zach Hale was a sitting duck.
One good arm may be all it takes.
Oh, and finally, Nova gets his revenge, lashing Alex Savage with the kendo stick that broke his hand. The favor may have been returned.
We are in dangerous territory right now. The ring is filled with plunder. Nova is back. There is no way to predict what's happening minute to minute.
And there's no way to predict what is in this bag.
I mean, oh. Well, it's thumbtacks, baby.
An errant thumbtack already doing a great deal of damage to the abdomen of Will Stone. Hundreds now strewn across the canvas as Alex Savage hoisted up and grabbed into the tax.
That's what you get.
And the New Blood offense is not done. Alex Savage gasping in pain, leaving his mouth open to be filled with tacks. Super kicks.
I certainly hope Alex Savage was hungry. Here we go. 1, 2. It's 2. They're telling us that's 2.
Will Stone hurtling over the top rope with a somersault to break up the pin, causing our referees to flinch before Conan Wood could count the 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible Savage's shoulders were still down, but of course, seeing Will Stone flying towards you, you still have to connect with that third count. Anything that breaks it up is valid.
And of course, the referees have to think about their own safety here. This matchup chaotic for everybody involved.
The wrist tape is coming off. I think we're about to, not that it already hasn't been one, we're about to see a fight. Fist and fire! Fist and fire!
More than 24 minutes into this matchup. New Blood and SAS still throwing down with the last burst of adrenaline.
No!
Stone goes low.
Hale took a second to sort of power himself up, and he's paying for it!
The sick kick with a sickening impact. That stepping stone from Stone.
No!
Oh, the injured arm again.
Oh my God, no. Savage has him up. Looking for the devil, you know. And, oh!
Sick kick from Stone. Devil, you know, combination. Pile of thumbtacks.
Son of a...
And SAS remain your tag team champions.
Your winners, and still the IPW Tag Team Champions, SAS.
I have never felt more sick to my stomach having to make an announcement.
Let's go, bro.
Damn it!
It was the attack on the arm of Kid Nova that led us to this moment, that started the ball in motion earlier this year. And in my opinion, Steve, it was the attack on Kid Nova's arm over the course of this matchup that once again secured a victory for SAS. From our vantage point, you can see thumbtacks sticking out of the lower back of Alex Savage. Both of these teams have been through absolute hell tonight. They're going to feel this one for the rest of the week and then some. A Fans Bring the Weapons match to go down in IPW history.
What next? What next for New Blood? They put everything into this. What next for SAS? Who's going to stop them? They've shown the leagues they'll go to. Can anyone end the reign of SAS?
A monumental, history-making victory tonight for SAS. Mount Albert, none too happy about it. But when you look up the history books, it will say 2025 Fans Bring the Weapons for the Aotearoa Tag Team titles. Your winners, and still SAS.
Get out of that kid's face, Stone. Leave them alone. That's classy. That's real classy.